Hi, my Virgos. Welcome to your monthly reading. This is for December, and it's almost New Year, so I'm kind of happy about that. And well, let's start mentioning that this reading is good for your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign. And what else I'm going to say? Oh, let's start talking a little bit about astrology. And I always talk about astrology because once I love it, I'm in astrology. And remember that tarot has to be with astrology, and those cards has influence about planets and zodiac signs, right? That's how we always say, like, oh, this zodiac sign, this zodiac sign, this zodiac sign, and they are run by planets. So yeah, so it's important for you to know that we have Mercury retrograde first of all, and Venus is coming in the rescue for you in the third house of communication. Mercury means communication. Mercury, it's your planet, Virgo. So when it turns to communication, just wait until December 7, December 6, 7, where, Mercury goes direct. So every type of communication, either writing, verbal, communication, make sure that you know what's happening, even when you sign contracts and whatever. Venus still going to be here on December 2nd, is going to help you in that area, but wait a little longer with that energy to put it into use, especially when Mercury goes direct in the 6th and on the 6th of December, where is going to be in your 4th house. So it's moving from the 3rd house to your 4th house. That means that now you can implement this type of selling, buying houses if you want to, because it's real estate and the 3rd house and going to your 4th house, it's communications and Mercury. So if you want to change environments, do so after December 7 too. Full moon on Cancer is going to be in your 11th house. So whatever it is about your inspiration, desires, and wishes, which it represents 11th house and also represents friendships, put your intentions in it, and you might have new connections too with people, ending of certain old connections that you didn't like, and then you starting new connections with friends or whatever type of connections, networking. Remember that 11th house also is the house of gaining. So how much you gain through those connections. So maybe you're gonna start new connections where you can make more, and then Mars is going to be in your 7th house the entire month. Mars is in Pisces, but it will move to Aries at the end of this new year. But the entire month is going to be in 7th house. Put the action into your relationships. Go out, connect with people, and put energy and trying to be more proactive and to meeting new people, because 7th house is love and marriage and personal businesses. So anyway, let's look at your reading this month. This card is your foundation, which is the 8 of Pentacles. So let me see. Anyway, so it seems like you Virgos are very detailed, right? And you guys love to work hard, and that's what you expect from someone who's with you. Because when you are with someone, you want the other person to show love and very much show the details of that you mean something in their life, right? So the majority of Virgo, that's what they want. They want someone who they can go back home and feel like they don't have to work too much at home. Like they don't have to be teaching. Mercury, it's a teacher and is a learner. And you guys can get pretty much tired sometimes of teaching what to do, and because you guys point out everything or in details, you guys are so smart. Analytics. You guys are very analytics. You guys are not like Geminis. They just go and throw things and say things how they come. You guys analyze first, going within. You take your time, take your space, and then you guys move forward towards this and this and this and this. You're very detail-oriented people. You do not go and just say things just like that. So this is the thing that something happened in the past where this tower came. Probably there was a split. Maybe some of you divorced. Some of you just, had to travel, and there's a distance here that has been imposed, and in the recent past. However, what I see this month, the energy is the Father of Wands, which is a great card because it means like the King of Wands, not the Father of Wands, but I say the King of Wands. The King of Wands, it's energy of moving forward against all the obstacles. Looking for the solution that is going to benefit both parts. And I think you guys really want to make this work in a certain way. But the thing is, the challenge is the moon in reverse. You guys are not being able to see clearly. Maybe this other person or whoever you're dealing with or situation or whatever. This is a love reading. But love means not only your partner, but also means love in general with a family member, with your your best friend or whatever it is, if you're dealing with someone. But you can't see clearly something. I don't think that you can see through the other person's eyes. It's very hard to do, which is very hard to do, right? We cannot really go into someone else's mind. So that's a little issue for you, right? However, the good thing that I see in the near future is the star reverse. And no matter if it's upright or this way, the star is a great card. The difference is that while the star is this way upright, in meaning like your wish and hopes can come true right now, it's moving fast. No, this means it's going to take time. Trying to fix this relationship is going to take time. The good thing is that I see strength as an influence. And I think you need to keep the strength. You need to not jump into assumptions and scream, or it's like keep that beast calm inside of you. I know some of you can get very, like the good thing about Virgos, if Virgos don't go and scream just like that, you guys are, analytics, and even if you go within and you go and say things and straightforward too, just like Geminis just throw it in your face. You guys are like very much not like that. Like you guys are super smart too, but you guys like think before saying it in a way. So that's the difference between a Virgo and a Gemini, even though Mercury rules both signs. And I know this because I'm a Gemini. Sometimes I wish I could be more Virgo, But the good thing is, like I see at the end of the month, is the Son of Swords. The Son of Swords has much to be, which is the Knight of Swords, has much to do with determination. And I think that one of you, either you or the other person, is going to be more determined to make this work. So that's a great thing. The only thing is, try to make things work with patience. Keep the beast inside of you. And that also means that probably the other side is trying to do the same thing. So working in the equality in the relationship is going to work in a way. And I do see someone being very determined to make things work. So let me see for my solos now what I see, because I always do an extra for my solos. Let me show you the cards that came up. So yeah, let me tell you one thing. I shuffle in my other channel, which is in Spanish, so just in case, just letting you know, this is why I always have them on my table ready. So if you're bilingual and you want to look at the shuffle and what I do in the Spanish channel, it's called Cecita Spiritual Guidance. You can go to that one. If not, then just letting you know that's why you see them on my table already served, is because I shuffle them in my other channel and do the translation in English. So anyway, so for most of you that are alone, I see that you guys are going back to this tension and anxiety in terms to your relationships. And let me tell you something. You need to be persistent and you do need to go out and find love and whatever, but you need to really check with who you're dealing with. Okay, like that's the thing, the recommendation I would say, and not give up in love, because things are gonna change. There's gonna be a new beginning when it comes to your love life, and I think it will come up with a new year. But for this month so far, just, I'm not saying going within and try to meditate. No, go out, meet people, because this anxiety, going back to this, you need to be patient. Time, time will tell. Like, universe is trying to make you find the right person, so don't get discouraged. All right, and don't try to pick whoever comes in your way because you're alone. So that's what I'm trying to say. Just be aware that you need to be more strategic who you pick in your relationships. Okay, that's what it's saying with the fox. Just make sure you dig a little bit more into someone's life. Like, just make sure that after a while, like, this person is okay, is right. Just don't jump into being with someone just because I'm alone, let me just do this. And, but eventually things are going to work out, especially with the new year, things are going to change. Okay. So just follow that, what I tell you. Okay. And when it comes to work, we have, these cards came up, the casket, the mountain, and we have the snake. And I know you're like, oh Lord, no. So there is an ending of delays. There's an ending of frustrations at work. This is going to come up because there's some problems that you've been having. And I'm pretty sure that you have some temptations coming up when it comes to work, because of course, the problem with those problems for you, because I confirm things here, clarify, is because you guys have to kind of travel to go to work every day. Probably is not like a long distance, but kind of like it's something that you have to be doing it permanently to go to work. And that causes you issues or problems, like, I don't want to do this anymore, like, oh my God, traveling. And the problem is not that you don't like the job. I think you do like it, but the problem is that little traveling thing really gives you a lot of hassle. Like, you're just like about to give up. And I do see that you are trying to coming with a new offer. Something is going to be offered to you, and you're going to kind of like going to drop with the type of job that you like. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that you really dislike you. I think you probably liked your job. The problem is like the traveling thing. Remember, this is a general reading, so it might not, full for everyone. But even if it's inside your same city, it's something that you don't like, that it has to be with transportation and moving around towards your job, and you like the job, but you might be suddenly cutting it off just because you have another offer. Okay, so that's a good thing though. I mean, sometimes it's what we need and not exactly what we want, but hopefully you like also the new job if you want to pick that one. And your main card of Catalyst, and the summary of the entire thing here is the 8 of Cups, saying, you know what, go for where you can see, go for, the meaning of your life. Go where there's something that fulfills you mentally, emotionally, either at work, either in love. But it's just saying continue. This is going to be a continuous positive progress in your life. Don't get stuck in things. Don't lose patience. Keep your strength. Keep your head up. What you're doing is the right thing. You're being more determined. Either you are trying to move forward into a relationship to make it work better, or you just definitely going to just eventually move and find someone else. But for what I see is, I think that the other person also, whoever you're dealing with, is going to put their fair part in this relationship, which is good. So saying, go ahead, calm down, relax. You walking towards the right path where you're looking for the meaning in your life. what it gives you brings you happiness and love, and especially peace, mental peace, physical peace, spiritual peace. Because if you're not mentally in peace, your physical suffers too. All right, Virgos? So anyway, I hope I help you to see things a little bit more clear, because I know with your moon in reverse, it's kind of like hard to see things for you. At least for this month, it's going to be a challenge. But the best thing to do is, like, even though you can't see things 100% how they are, just keep this this energy with you. Okay, you can do this. I know you guys are very strong. So I'm going to send you a big kiss, much love, much light. I wish you the best for the new year. Happy New Year, happy holidays. Well, whatever you believe in, happy holidays. What else I can say? Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Give me a like, uh, leave a comment, and please share this guidance with others. Help me to help others to be able to move forward in the life, where they can make changes to be better. Anyway, love you all. Bye.